And we are back, Hawks fans, New York City, far and wide. Welcome back to your favorite Hawks Hoopcast. It's Wednesday, October 27th, and the year is 2021, and we are back to talk Hawks. We're going to recap the first week and probably preview this game coming up and talk about some surprise teams in the league and in the East. And without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and start the show. It's a little impromptu. We've had some technical difficulties today, but we're rocking with you on a Wednesday. What's up, Mike?
Yo, what's up? What it do, Lou?
Not a whole lot. So we got a treat to some pretty good basketball yesterday, and that was the 76ers and the Knicks game. Did you get a chance to catch any of that?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to watch it like I wanted to. I literally only saw like a few minutes.
Okay, well, let me recap what I saw. I saw a big-bodied Mitch giving Embiid the business. That's what I saw.
Yeah,
And the Knicks look like a totally different team with the with Mitch in there anchoring the defense with a lot more playmakers relieving Derrick Rose. I mean, we got to understand this Knicks team, aside from Julius Randle, they basically picked up a bench player from Detroit, and he became their best their best initiator. So I mean, like having Kemba and having Fournier has made that team look really, really formidable.
Who are you speaking about? You said they got somebody from Detroit.
Yeah, Derrick Rose last year. Derrick Rose last year was their biggest piece and their biggest initiator of their offense, and now they have two other pieces, and now you have Derrick Rose playing more of the the style play that he should be playing, which is back up and coming in off the bench. So hold on real quick. I don't know what's going on here.
All right. But now they playing good basketball. Like I said, it's a lot of teams, man. It's going to be an interesting year for sure in the league.
Well, so an interesting stat about that game: the Philly has never lost to the Knicks with Ben on the roster. Without Ben in the roster, you could tell they were completely hamstrung, and the perimeter players were able to do whatever they wanted to, and the Knicks easily beat this team. Is Philly in trouble, or is it too soon?
It's too soon. I think Philly okay. I mean, they might not be, number one in the East like we already thought though, but I think they'll be okay.
Okay, and do you have any other surprises as far as in the league? Any surprise teams? I'll go first. Golden State has really, really shocked me as far as them being able to pull out all these wins.
They're always in a sense been a well coached team. And then as long as you got Steph Curry, you got a chance. So that's I don't want to say it's not too much of a shocker, but yeah, it's not too much of a shocker. I mean, they were in the play-in game, last year, and they had a lot of. They have a better roster now, in my opinion. A little bit more pieces to combat not having Clay. But for just like surprises goes or whatever, I guess I give credit to Cleveland in a simple thing because I just like the lineup of that's what make Laurie versatile. But yeah, him being at the 3 for them along with Evan Mobley and Allen, and then them able to follow it up with Kevin Love off the bench, and that's proven to be very nice. And then we already know what Rubio brings to the table, so add a Rubio point guard like that, and veteran come off the bench as well. That's looking good for Cleveland. I wouldn't be shocked if Cleveland is in the play-in game this year.
And I'll throw a little love to Washington. They haven't got the results they want, but they look pretty good too.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see them yet though, but that's definitely one team that's been on my radar too, and which is like I try and tell the others too is like, yeah, our squad got to bring it every single night. We can't have no off nights because the East is legitimately is pretty deep. It might prove out to be deeper than the West.
And this is how I'm going to survive this season is that I'm only going to get upset at home losses. Yep. I'm not going to get upset at losses on the road on the East, no matter who we're playing. I hope that we, play maybe 500 or just slightly under 500 on the road. But as long as we take care of business at home, I think we'll be okay.
Man, I'm getting upset at every loss.
What do you mean? Oh no, 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 no! Because it's a grueling season, and I just think like as long as the team plays good, I'm okay. You know, as long as play. And so let's talk about the Hawks. They have Gallo coming back tonight. I'm excited about that. DeAndre Hunter is back from his non-COVID illness. Everybody freaked out a little bit and thought that it was his knee, but hopefully, hopefully it's not his knee, and he's back in full strength today because he makes a big difference on our team.
Oh yeah, man, it's now this is neat. It might just be the season and the weather. Like I said, shoot, but it got to me for a minute. But yeah, man, like you said, non COVID illness. He just sick. Probably just had a cold for a little couple days or whatnot. So he should be fine. I know after the last game, he was saying that didn't have any soreness or anything in his knee. So that was a good sign, man. And I already told you, how I decide to think about it. I try not to lean towards the negative with it. Leave that out my mind, man. DeAndre will be back balling on ESPN tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And my thing is like I'm not gonna be I'm just gonna wait until it happens before I start thinking anything negative. So anytime he's out, I'm just gonna be like, "Yep, they're doing the right thing." You know, it's just
Yeah, be
gotta be
positive
good.
about it.
Exactly, exactly. But I still think that this roster has too many players, and I think that we're going to try to maybe collapse them all in and package it for just one player. I can already see some disgruntled players, kind of coming out of this year. I really don't think that everybody's going to be on the roster, but I don't think Cam and DeAndre and Herter or any of those guys are going to be touched. I think if anybody moves, it's going to be, a Gallo or Lou Williams or, those veteran players that I think they can package up and get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, might mess around and trade JJ. You know,
I'd hope not because every time he comes in, he scored. Um,
uh,
so with this Hawks team, what are you looking for tonight?
uh,
Energy?
I don't, I don't know what the word would be necessary to sum up what I'm thinking, looking for, but basically, well, 4 quarters. I guess consistency throughout the 4 quarters. Don't
Smart.
want any down half or down quarter. I want to see them put together 4 strong quarters.
Right. And yeah, I'm definitely looking for a more of the controlling of the pace. Like this is a down team. What Zion's not playing. We're
No,
just gonna have Ingram. These are the type of teams that in the past would either beat us. This is the type of situation here where we can exert our,
I mean,
our,
we'll need to
entry
let.
into our entry into this elite, into these elite teams. We're supposed to go over there and beat this team. Let's see if we do.
Yeah, we don't need to let Jonas get off.
Right. Yeah. Now, if we can, before we continue onto the Hawks and this New Orleans team, because I'm really not impressed with what they're doing at all. They seem to be just a mess. But I do want to talk about the Lakers a little bit. Are they the biggest disappointment this year?
Lakers, it's still early.
Because I'll say this.
I almost can't call them necessarily a disappointment because it almost should have been expected.
Yeah, maybe a little rebuilding process, but the thing is like Anthony Davis and LeBron James are playing really fucking good. you know.
Yeah,
And but yeah, let's get back onto the Hawks. I just wanted to make sure we touched all the bases about all the things that are going on in the NBA. This is as excited as I've been about the NBA in a long, long time. Normally, I'm just excited about the Hawks building, but I think Dang is playing a lot better than I thought. He's not fulfilling the role that I expected him to,
hmm
but he's scrappy. He takes his shot. He's not scared to shoot.
yeah.
Um, you know, uh, he has there's something about his game that seems off, but at the same time, he's productive. So I'm satisfied with Dang this year.
They ain't playing. He's playing well. I'm satisfied with him as well. But at the same time, I'd be happy once Clint's not on minute
Mhm.
restrictions. We get him out there longer on the court though. But yeah, Dang has been on this say a pleasant surprise. I mean, he's okay. The thing is just about consistency and him doing it game in and game out in the time period that he's given us. But he continued to do what he is doing. Yeah, we're a lot better.
You want to put an over under on Gallo's performance tonight, point wise? Do you think he'll go into the double digits? You think he'll have a 20-point game?
But I hope so. I just put him in my lineup.
Okay, well,
I just moved him around though. But
whose
I'm
minutes,
hoping he's playing and they don't.
whose minutes is he going to take? Dang's minutes?
No, bro, he taking solo minutes, man. Hopefully
Okay,
we
yeah,
don't see solo. And
there
then
you go.
DeAndre back too. I'd be getting tired of seeing solo. No disrespect, but
No
yeah,
disrespect, a little disrespect, a little disrespect.
yeah.
um, Yeah, no. If you're AJ, if you're talking about the packages, yeah, I think Gallo is a bigger piece than Lou. I think Lou stays, and Gallo would be the piece. Not only is he an expiring contract, but he's a player. He's a piece that'll get you points. I would hate to see Gallo leave before we make this run to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'd
that's what I'm
much
about to
rather.
say. I hate to see him leave. Regardless, I'm
I,
not.
I just think we have too many players that need touches. I mean, like there's gonna come a time that's
I
gonna.
mean, it's straight though. They'll get their touches. The way I coach and tell them was like, he get more touches, you play defense.
They
Like,
do, but in a game like the Cleveland game, I saw it have a drawback where it didn't seem like anybody was in a rhythm. It seemed like they just kept on throwing bodies at it, and everybody didn't seem to be in rhythm, and so everybody was
man,
reacting.
they were settling. They didn't attack. That was on them. I wouldn't necessarily put it on too many pieces or whatever because like I said, they were selling for jump shots or
But don't you
whatever.
think that
Cam
causes
was
that? But don't you think that's what caused that? I mean, like if you see them running
again. I give again. I've said before. I give credit to Cleveland. Like literally looking at Laurie, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Like you got three long bodies, long arms. That was they might not be blocking shots every single play though, but at the same time though, you having to shoot over that every single time. So you
and
shooting over long broomsticks every single time, bro. Like, and
I hear
I'm
you.
just
I
saying
hear
that
you.
affects the shots, and we did not make sure we went all the way to the basket. We love pulling up, bro. We love bogey. Can't all them love pulling up mid range. You understand
No,
what I'm saying?
I hear you,
So,
but I feel like we still did well enough. I feel like we were kind of like stunned at how at how
well,
um
that and
at how
JC
precise
wasn't
Ricky
on,
Rubio was because like Ricky Rubio
but
just kept on hitting.
you shouldn't be shocked by
Well, no,
that.
no, no. It's not
Rubio,
shock, but in the game, I feel like the players like he literally made every big moment. From the third quarter on, like
that's Rubio. I feel like as far as the actual game when I was watching, like I said, I feel like that's what impacted the game the most. Like Rubio did Rubio trade at the end of the day basically washed that out, matched that. JC was in foul trouble, not hitting his shot, and Evan Mobley outplayed him. Jerry Allen matched Clint, and then you had Laurie. If I look, I probably looked that up. Laurie probably had a good game, or matched DeAndre, or probably had a better game than DeAndre. Like I said, I don't know. That trio is nice or whatever. Like I said, the stats a lot of times don't. I mean, they had good stats too though. But like I said, how we play, and then we don't make sure we getting all the way to the basket. We do a lot of lobs, Trey do a lot of drop offs and stuff. You got three long arm bodies that was just making that difficult the whole time. That's it. That's all I'm saying or whatever. And then combine that with us not being, as aggressive or on our A game as we should have been, get the L. So
yeah, and again, our shots aren't falling. We're not falling that game, so
yeah, no, that's what I
I
said.
definitely give
JC
it.
wasn't hitting the shot. Like he had some open threes that he usually hit, and they was just rimming out. So
I give it to him, and also I think the Athletic or somebody has ranked our team even after the first week that we've had, even with that loss in Cleveland, as the third best team. So I mean, we're definitely getting some respect as far as like our play, and the fact that
I
they
wouldn't
make
even
it
say
look
that.
easy. What's that?
Nah, I wouldn't even said that, but that's what's up though. Like I wouldn't say third best. Like not right now. I wouldn't rank us that way, but I mean that's cool.
Well, who's above?
Who's above us?
I mean, Golden State for sure.
Yeah, Golden
Bulls
State.
are, Bulls are
Ain't too much.
undefeated. They got to
I'm
be
gonna
up there.
say probably say the Bulls. You can still argue Milwaukee. I mean, they're the
No,
champions.
I'm not going to
They
argue
ain't played it yet.
Milwaukee
Why not?
because they haven't looked good.
Okay, I mean that's against maybe some other teams and Drew Holiday been out. No, but
Okay,
let us play them.
put Milwaukee in this.
Giannis is still Giannis. They just won a championship, so that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not gonna disrespect
All right. Well,
Milwaukee like
you
that.
still only got two. You
Um,
still only got two.
you got Miami. Again, like I said, I lean towards saying that we're the best team and this and that and everything. I'm just saying that the way we played, unfortunately, and throwing in the Cleveland game. If it wasn't for the Cleveland game, I'd be still extra amped though. But it's
Well,
like,
I was going to remind you is that you have us winning 74 games.
yeah, I
So
know, bro. We only got 7 more L's to take, so that's why I'm upset about that Cleveland game. I'm like, bro, we supposed to go 74-8, dog.
that's
So
funny.
now we only got 7 more losses we can take. I need y'all boys to reel off like 3 months right now.
3 months.
Like, yeah, y'all gotta go 3 months and
Well, I think I think just with the balance of the East coming back into the fold, I mean, I just think that this is going to be a grinded out
gotta
season,
bring it every
and
night, man.
whoever comes out of the East is gonna be ready for whoever the West has. Like, I just think it's gonna be great basketball this year. And the way
Nah,
the refs are calling, once again, this is basketball. This is old school 90s era. Contact doesn't mean foul. Like, I'm loving it. I
this
know
is affecting Trey. He gonna figure it out though. But
he's gonna figure it
I
out.
called it before the season happened. I told
It's
you it's the driving ones that's gonna bother Trey.
right, but the thing is like he's still making them, and he's just not getting the free throws.
Eh,
So I mean, it's like
I
But
mean,
if you watch all his games, he's always ending up on his key, no matter
I
what,
don't
ever
know.
since the first game.
I feel like he missing it. Well, he got it's a lot more of the Trey going all the way and ending up on the ground, and it's a break going the other way right now. Like in the past, that would be like he'll at least get the foul call, so it's not a break going the other way. But now it's him trying to get
Well,
out from the camera crew, get off the floor, and the
well, let's
ball
parse.
get pushed the other way.
No, I hear you. Well, let's parse this question here. Let me make sure I'm actually getting it right too. So,
Okay,
how come Cam is coming off the bench and nobody else is getting touches? First of all, let me if it's I'm loving his place as the scorer and the initiator in that second offense. Like, it seems like he comes in and coaches like, take it, and he feels that confidence, and I think he's filling that role, and I think that role is playing into his strengths, and
Mhm.
it's amped him on defense. How many times have I seen those Scottie Pippen, snag, full court passes? Like, I'm loving that. That's exactly what I expected him to be able to do with that amazing athleticism and arms and his tenacity on defense. So I'm loving whatever situation it is. But if you're saying like, how come nobody else is touching the ball? I would like that second unit to pass the ball a little bit more and trust that offense.
I mean, I personally feel like they getting the ball a little bit. I feel like we ISO too much. I swing it around.
No, I
I
agree. We just said
guess
that.
so.
That's what happened in the Cleveland game. I mean, you can't say AJ is wrong on this.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't really have an issue too much with what's been happening. I mean, Cam's the one that's been hot. Maybe is I don't yeah I don't know what to say because I don't feel like the second unit, and then I don't even feel like the ball move. It moves or whatever, and it can move. I don't know. I just don't have no complaints. That's all. I
I have
mean,
no
because
complaints.
Cam's been balling, and then you got Kevin Herter, and then it's like, what else he want? You know what I'm saying? I don't want Solo touching it. He the one doing it right now.
No. I think
J- Dame
sometimes
play make good enough. You know what I'm saying? I have no complaints there.
okay. Well,
Um,
sometimes I think the second unit just comes in and doesn't move the ball around. Like, if it's Herder, he'll go in there and shoot a shot, or if it's Cam, he'll go in there and shoot the shot. And I
and
just
then
think
they
that
need to, man.
no. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, especially early in the season, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. But it brings up a point, to
Yeah.
address is that what the second unit's going to rely on? Is it going to be a totally different type of deal, or are they going to run the
Nah,
offense?
nah, it'll be all right, man. I don't feel like it's a sound alarm situation. I
No,
guess
no, no.
that's what I'll say. So, yeah, I like I said, I'm satisfied with it because shoot, I mean, then too, it's probably because I be playing fantasy all the time. Like, get them shots up, Cam.
Right. Well,
He'll-
well, do you feel the Hawks will look past the Pelicans towards a pretty big matchup mentally?
Pass them, no, bro.
Do you think we'll look past the New Orleans Pelicans for this Philadelphia 76ers game on the 30th?
Nah, bro, we don't ESPN tonight. I ain't even realizing until like yesterday or whatever. But yeah, but the A is on prime time basketball and baseball tonight. Like,
I think you're right. I think you're right about that. The one thing I hate about it being on ESPN is that I know the game's going to take an insane amount longer than it needs to. It's just going to be
no,
commercials and this, and the intro is going to be 20 minutes long, and it's like,
that would
oh my
make
God.
it better, man. We want real TV.
I know. I guess you're right. I don't know. And so let me also talk about this. Everybody's bringing it up in the group. Stinger's absent. So is it a permanent thing? Is he off the roster? Like, why is everybody tripping?
I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that
You didn't watch the
he was
Hawks?
missing. No, I do watch the Hawks. That's the thing about it, bro. I mean, man, I'm like stream shouting. So a lot of the streams be the other teams broadcast. So I be missing the Hawks broadcast.
I
I mean,
do that a lot.
I hear Steve Holman a lot, like, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen to
Well, no,
him on
it's
the
the
radio at different
so,
times when I
so Stinger
Googling
does the
for the game.
Stinger does the halftime show and the post show for
Yeah.
the longest time. I don't think he's doing it anymore. I think they have two
Bro, you ain't gotta explain to me what Stinger does and who he is. Like, I
Okay,
am
well, I'm
Hawks
saying in
fan,
the
bro.
broadcast, like
Come on
you
now.
start talking about the live broadcast, it's like, yeah, I also listen to the broadcast.
No, I'm just talking about like just recently this season, for these first few games or so, like each stream that I watched, each game have literally been, on the road. The road game. So two of them, and the first one was like what TNT broadcast that I had watched. So I didn't notice that Stinger wasn't there or missing until the group started.
Right.
Hawks fans started making.
I just saw, I just saw them saying that. That's funny because we're all going to start missing all of our old announcers once they start to retire.
Yeah, as long as they just replace them with the right folks. I mean, Tigger sound like I ain't been to a game yet, but just hearing them over the like Eric, it don't sound like he don't. I don't know. He just don't. It don't seem right. Like even when it's a three or a dunk, it's just like yeah, bro. You need to go to like I don't know, take some classes or something. You should have sat with Ryan for a while.
It seems like he's imitating Ryan Cameron, and I'm just like, well, why not just have Ryan Cameron do it? Because like he's bringing nothing new. Like all the calls are still the same. Right. It's just like
when I hear him, it doesn't sound as like I don't know. It's just the feeling is just not there to me.
Well, it's okay. So when we start to do the the streams of the games, because I think I got a nice filter on it. I think we'll be able to go all right. Nothing's happened with that video, the test video, but when we do this, like I think I'd like to listen to the opposing announcers to give people an opposite, because they can go there and listen to the regular announcers, but I think it'd be nice to have the opposing announcers.
I love listening to the opposing.
Me too. Like I think you get really good nuggets.
Yeah, especially like the last couple of years leading up to it. Now we get spoken like highly of basically by opposing announcers, but it was cool like leading up to this point, leading up to last year, like hearing some teams and some announcers who really like paying attention and everything to talk about the pieces that we had and what they thought about them. And now, and it's always been that way. Like they've always loved the 3 wings that we got. Like all opposing broadcasts or whatever. Like last few years when it came to Cam, if they saw him or DeAndre or Kevin Huerter, they would just like gush and talk all the time about like
And the Midwest has got some good ones too. I mean, like from the Memphis ones to the Denver ones. Like whenever we play those teams, I love listening to them because they're so smart about basketball. They're calling that game. Like when you're listening to Neek and them, like you're getting like a soundtrack and they're hyped up. But like these guys are analyzing the game, seeing how the flow is going. They're telling you what they need to, what teams need to do. Like they really pick up on like the nuance of the game of basketball, which I love. This is why I like listening to other announcers as well. But I do love me some Bob Rathman. When it's playoff time, I gotta listen to him because he's always yelling at the refs. He's always just hyped out of his mind. Like that's the announcer that I gotta go with.
I mean, I wish Steve Holman was on TV.
Oh, that's what I meant. Steve Holman. That's what I meant.
Steve Holman. Yeah, I wish. Steve Holman, guys. Because I'm about to say Steve Holman is the GOAT.
If he was corny.
Yeah, if Steve was on TV or something like that, that's.
But during the playoffs, I turned down the national announcers and I just turned up the radio.
Did you listen to one of the playoff games on the radio back when we played Miami? It's when Joe Johnson days, and we played Miami in the playoff.
Yeah, it was.
Steve was going in on Dwayne Wade. Like it was hilarious, man.
Well, see, the thing is, like, a lot of the times I was like, because I was like season ticket holder. So whenever we made it to that first round, I was always at the game. So I never really got a chance.
Okay, yeah. See, but I like check in and listen to Steve or whatever. Listen to some of the game.
But the road ones, like when we were playing against Boston, like Steve Holman was just like, when he goes in on the refs, it's like
epic calls.
I don't know how he doesn't curse more online. Like it's just how he can control himself.
The refs and players, it's hilarious.
Or when we start to shoot bad, like when we had Josh Smith, he would go in
Yeah,
on Josh Smith. He was like,
yeah, old
"What are
brother.
you doing?"
Yeah, old brother. Yeah. Steve Holman's the GOAT, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, sorry about confusing that at the beginning. Good call. Well, anyways, yeah, about this game, and I really do hope that we don't, look past and get hyped up about the Sixers or anything like that, and just chalk this up as a win because like any given day, like I saw Orlando take New York out in Madison Square Garden. Just like it takes one guy to get hot that you can't stop. So I hope we do come with our A game. I just feel we have so much like we have so much momentum going like that. I don't think these games will phase us. I think like a team that's coming up, they may get us, a team that really wants it, a team with like some veterans, like I think like the Cleveland was just like the perfect makeup of a team that'll be able to take us out. But I really don't see us happening a lot, especially on prime time when we're playing teams that we're better.
As long as we don't let Jonas go off too much, we should be straight. But at the same time, I hope he go off
Well,
because
I was just about to ask you now. Let me ask you: is he in your lineup?
oh yes, yep.
So
So
you're still
yeah,
going with the same strategy, thinking that our defense is going to give up a lot of big games to the secondary big man.
Jonas not a secondary big man, not for New Orleans.
I know, but that was your strategy in the last couple of years. Is that like the not the superstar, but the,
Was
the
it?
next guy? You would kind of just look for that diamond in the rough because don't you play with the money?
Yeah, I don't know if that was for the Hawks or for the Falcons. I think that was last year's song. It was like the secondary receiver
Mm.
like go off against the Falcons every single game. But yeah, I want to say that's what that was. Whatever it was like, yeah, the secondary receiver. Not that prime receiver, like not like your Julio or whatever. It was the Calvin Ridley on every team, whatever that was killing us last season or whatnot. No,
Right.
but with the Hawks or whatever, I think it was. I don't know. It might have been something like that. It might have been like power forwards or something like that, though. But certain bigs and everything, though, do tend to have decent games against Clint. And Jonas usually have a good game against Clint.
Well, let me ask you this then about the Hawks arena. Oh no, we're not going to be at Hawks today. We're going to be at the Pelicans. I was going to say
Yeah,
like,
we in New Orleans.
what's going on with our slow starting crowd? It seems like we're
When it
showing up.
comes to Atlanta, I mean,
We're
the
showing up
last time or
too
whatever,
late.
the Hawks, the Braves played. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was a potential like closing out game to go to the World Series. And then on top of that, bro, like I'm already tell you, like it don't matter how big the game is. This is on a weekday. You might as well put it in your mind that it's not going to be, how it should be by the time tip off is. Like that's just Atlanta because like all right, it's 7:30 or something like that, even 8 o'clock. Most people get off work by 5, 6 o'clock or whatever. And then if
Mhm.
you don't live in the city, which is most people or whatnot, bro, like it's gonna take you a good minute. You gotta eat or something like that. Or if you don't eat, that plays into it then too, because people don't eat. So they're like, I get something at the stadium. You can't get there earlier, you at the stadium. That's why you ain't in your seat the second quarter, because you trying to get something to eat, and then you
Yeah.
so it's
Well,
I
hold on.
understand it. I ain't
But
mad.
before we get into Dave's comment, we got a Tigger review here from AJ.
Chicken cheeks.
But this is interesting because I think
Right.
tonight will be a very interesting game for the flow of the Atlanta offense because he says that we're a strictly jump shooting team, and I think we do have that's one of our strengths. But I think we were missing a big post presence in missing Gallo, and so I'd like to see how the offense, especially that second. I think with Cam and Gallo in there at the same time, you got everything a superstar team needs to be the best backups that they'll be able to beat a lot of backups when you have Cam, and then you can just toss the ball down. If Cam's not on hitting everything, they can just relax and toss it down to Gallo, and he'll get you a couple buckets. I think we'll be able to see what kind of flow this team maintains when Gallo's in the team in the rotation.
No, we shoot too much. I agree. I mean, I've been wanting a kind of a post player for the longest or whatnot though. But yeah, we shoot too many jump shots, man.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, shout out to StreamYard or StreamEast.live. I definitely rock on there. I be in the comments too, talking all sorts of shit. ATL, HOE. You know how we do. But anyways, yeah. So I think tonight will be an interesting mark when it comes to Gallo being in the rotation. I'm very curious to see how they use him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love Gallo, man. My bad, man. I be trying to throw in these lineups real quick, trying to make sure they still straight for the time though. But nah, I'm happy Gallo back, man. Gallo my boy, so I hope he's here at least for his contract. I mean, that's just this year, right?
Yeah, what? But I think his contract goes on to like 5 mil his last year or something ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's this year, right?
No, he's got one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why the extra one was the one that was weirded out, but no, so it's definitely I do feel we shoot sometimes a little too much, but it never feels only that Cleveland game that was I was just like, okay, guys, move the ball around, like get into the hole, but like you said, that team was really, really long and they weren't really that effective in there.
Yeah, but even so though, it's not always the best to have to dribble to get to the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be able to kind of pass it there. That's why I harp so much about somebody being able to catch the ball like 15 feet and be able to go to work from there. You don't want to have to always, we doing the screens and everything and coming off of those and whatnot, trying to roll and dribble from the perimeter and everything like that. Sometimes it's just easier to work to be able to just throw the ball down to someone.
Exactly.
And that's, that initiates everything or whatnot. They can get a trap coming or whatnot or from that way and everything. So we do have to get better at that. I've liked what I've seen from Clint a few times where he get his offensive boards and he go up or whatnot. Like like the little hook shot or movement that he might get. If we can get some type of post play from Clint, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much, but I like his. I do like his tenacity on the offensive boards.
Man,
But okay, so
I
Dave brings
wish.
up a point that we kind of addressed earlier, and we don't expect Solomon Hill to be getting these minutes anymore once Gallo comes back into the fold.
That's what Gallo,
And
but
and
I wish, man. I mean, he had an opportunity first few games. Gallo
I
was hurt. And he played solo.
yeah, I would have loved for that to have happened exactly like you just said. I would have loved to have seen JJ in there in that third quarter or in the second quarter at least. Just to see how he runs with everybody because he's just so effective whenever he's in there. So I'm really intrigued by him. And like for a first round pick to not get any burn, it's like, oh damn, that's tough.
I mean, I, I said it a lot
I feel like that's the
before
Mike Woodson
before the
treatment.
season, huh?
I feel like that's the Mike Woodson treatment.
I mean, I said it a lot though coming into it. Like these boys talking about a championship too much. Like how
Mm-hmm.
many draft picks get a lot of PT on a championship contending team? That doesn't really happen. I mean, normally a championship type team doesn't pick that high. Period. Anyway, so but you don't really see that. You know what I'm saying? Like think about all the years with like the I don't know the Spurs. I mean, stuff will happen over time, but well, probably not the Spurs, but just in general though, like you don't see a draft pick get too much playing time.
And I guess before we get into the other thing, I'd like to remind everybody to like, share, subscribe.
Oh
Also
God.
visit visit the sponsors. We got our new merch. We also got some other hat logos and Arc Alien Designs got some stuff coming up, and you can definitely go check out the work there. Flickwick.com, shop.flickwick.com. You help them out, that helps us out. So to keep the lights on. So, but anyways, with that said, can we twist can we turn the corner here just a little bit? And I want to ask you, did you really expect the Braves to just blow the doors out of off of Houston's? Because I did.
So
On
you
that
did.
the first game, I just thought that we would blow them out.
I didn't necessarily have an expectation besides winning, but I didn't think too much into to how or whatnot. Just happy about it though.
It's
I
pretty nice, man.
mean, it's definitely a great start to the game though. At that point, then it's just like we're watching about holding on or whatever. It's
Do
just
you do you think
three
you
up,
could
three down.
do you
Huh?
think you could have pitched on a on a fractured fibia?
Pitched on one? Nah.
What I think he threw like 16 pitches after he got smashed in the shin.
Yeah, that's wild. But I mean,
That
you
is
never know. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, too, you don't know if it
the
necessarily
adrenaline.
broke at the time. Too, you know what I'm saying? It probably could have.
That last one could have triggered it.
Yeah, like just over, just kept stepping forward and whatnot on it or whatever, and pushing off. That could
Right.
have done it, the last couple times that he did it. But even so though, that's pretty amazing. That's one of them stories.
Well, real quick before we get back into the Hawks, do you have a prediction for this series? Do you have a Hawks in six?
Oh
I
man,
mean,
I was
a
gonna say
Braves in six.
we just sweep this, man. World Series champions.
Dude, that'll be
Make
so
easy
nice.
work.
We
Make
could
easy work.
because you see all the other teams. It's always like Philadelphia's and all the New Yorks and LA's where it's like they got like multiple championships and shit. It's like, okay, well, let's get a World Series and let's talk in the NBA playoffs. You
Man,
know?
that would be lovely.
Yeah, exactly. And then if UGA does their thing, I'm on Eddie's team now. Fuck it. Like I know I'm a Georgia Tech alumni, but if UGA wins, it's good.
I'm a dog fan, man. Georgia fan from Atlanta, but Georgia fan. So I don't be understanding all that part though. But yeah, man, we still represent for them dogs out there in Athens, man. The state team.
I mean, just right now, like we could win a World Series and we could also win the National Football Championship, and we could get into the conference finals. I think that would be a successful Atlanta year.
Yeah,
And the Falcons aren't embarrassing themselves at the moment, so that's good.
Yeah, the Falcons keep playing garbage teams. They probably made the playoffs.
Oh man. So over unders. What do you got betting on this game? Let me see if I can find that real quick. But do you have the over under?
I can get it off of.
No. I'm saying, do you have the over or the under? I'll tell you what it is here in 2 seconds. But what are you feeling?
Fours. I mean, that stuff usually like in categories or something like that.
Money line is 219.5 is the over under on points.
I thought you were gonna give like players. So total game 219.
Yep.
Under.
You're going under, so you got like 119 to 90.
I mean, yeah, or something different. It might be 119 to 90. So it was blowing them out. That was easy math like that though.
I know, that's why I did it.
Yeah, the easier math. But yeah, I say under because I don't see no 119. I mean, it might be like low hundreds.
Well, what have we been averaging? Let's see.
It might be like 210 total. 210, 212. Well, you said 219 over under?
Yeah, 219.5 is the over under number for
we
that. We have the line is 5. So the Hawks need to win by more than 5.
Yeah, we've been like right at 100, I think. At least a couple games we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
We was under 100 with Cleveland.
I was trying to see if they gave us like what we've been averaging as far as like our score, but
too early in the season.
Yeah, it looks like. Okay, that's why. All right, so I mean, we probably are at around 110, 112. So I could see us being around one. I could see us putting up about 115. So I would go under on this one. I don't see the Pelicans scoring a lot. They haven't been scoring a lot. But anyways, now we bored our audience to death.
Over under.
On the over under. Hey, I'm into it.
Yeah, you had to see what the over under are for players though.
Yeah, I didn't see that right away. So
that's usually I would do it or whatever. The game that's a little bit more difficult. Let me see over under on player points.
No, the over under on the game would be the easiest.
All right, so over under for Trey 25.5.
I think I'm gonna go under.
Yeah, probably under.
I think with Gallo making an appearance, I think he defers.
All right, over under John Collins 14.
You know what, man? I'd love to say over. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say over. This is the game he puts it together. He's the one that rises on ESPN. I'm going over.
Yeah, but to me, he had a bad game last game or whatever too.
I know.
But he had like 22 points, so I feel like I say Bogey 12.
Under until he shows me he's shooting the ball. I'm going under.
DeAndre 12 and a half.
He's got to go over, or else we're not going to win this game.
Bruh, this is easy money though. Cam Reddish 10 and a half.
Over.
That's what I'm saying. That's easy money.
Over.
I don't know what's easier, John at 14 or Cam at 10.
No, that's definitely Cam. Dude, he's definitely going to get his buckets.
Yeah, Clint 10.5 points over.
I'd go under.
All right, so for New Orleans, Let me see. Brandon Ingram, 23.5
Over.
over.
Yeah, I think he
Uh,
has a superstar days.
Jonas, 17.5.
Over. He
Yeah,
puts up a lot, 18, 19.
I think I'd take Jonas over. I think I'm gonna pick that. I think I'm gonna go with John and Jonas from this game. Yeah, he said prize pick. That's exactly what I'm reading off of AJ.
Yeah.
I'm finna pick some right now. I'm trying to get
We'll just-
and see. But Devontae Graham over under 16.5.
I could see him getting off. I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, I threw him in one of my lineups too on FanDuel because,
Yeah.
like you said, I can see him getting off. But yeah, Nikhil Alexander, I can see him maybe getting off against us. Who knows?
Nah, I think we shut him down. I think he ends up in front of Cam and DeAndre a little too much.
Man, true, but it's always that rando. We
I
always
know, but not
give it
this
up to
year.
that
This
rando.
year's different though. This year's
Man, I
different.
don't care, bro. That's like Hawks law, bro. I don't care who we have.
Dude, that's
It's
everybody.
Hawks law.
Dude,
But Nikhil over under 15.5. I don't know. That's kind of high, I think.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to put up points though, you know.
Yeah, because we got 15, but I think they don't have many who gonna put up points. It's really they don't have no bench. It's Devontae, Nikhil, Brandon Ingram, and Jonas. Like that's really it. Like as far as putting up points, so I think they're gonna shoot most of the shots because they got like some no names that.
Jonas reminds me that John Morant is having an MVP start to his season.
Yeah, Josh Baller.
Looks.
I mean, I've said it though. He should have went number one. I was saying that whole time when I was in college. I was like, John Morant should go number one.
No doubt. I think we were both in agreement with that.
And then in today's like basketball game and stuff like that, I think they're going to start doing that. But the guard should go number one.
But I had no idea who he was until that tournament though. I mean, like
until the tournament. Huh? No, I knew who he was that whole season at least. I didn't know who he was his freshman season, but I knew who he was going into his second season. So I watched him throughout his second season and like anticipated his turning run. I was thinking, I mean, he sort of did, but I was like, man, he's probably going to do a Steph Curry type run once he get into the tournament. But
and the thing is, like, what I saw was not like a smooth jumper or this. I just saw a tenacity, and I saw like an athleticism that was just raw. I mean, it's just like
he shot it well enough, though. He definitely was pulling up from you and showed that's part of his game and how he'll be.
Right. But I like I said, I wasn't just like blown away. It wasn't like I was watching like a pure shooter. You know that Duarte kid has come in and is playing. What he plays for Indianapolis, or I believe it.
Bro, a baller. I mean, but a lot of us said that. A lot of us said that. I mean, he is older, but a lot of us when we were watching and stuff over the offseason and breaking stuff down, a lot of us saw that his game was pretty much like ready to go for the NBA. So bro was a baller. So that's what I'm saying too. You got Pacers, man. Sabonis a baller. Miles Turner, he kind of erratic, but when he he had a 40 piece already this season. So Miles Turner, he has ability. He got Malcolm Brogdon. As long as he stay healthy for them too. They got TJ Warren. They got Karis LeVert down there. He hurt or whatever, but it's not like they don't have a squad. They got a better coach now. So again, man, the Hawks got to bring it every night.
The East is wild. I love it.
We can't afford no 2-3 game losing streak just because. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's got to be like a gauntlet, like West Coast type shit.
I mean, I still don't want to see no 3-game losing streak. We shouldn't even really lose back to back, in my opinion. But
well, you got us. Hold on, let me check the numbers, but I'm pretty sure you got us at 74 wins.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like we gotta go 3 months and like I said,
3 months and
Yeah, we already gave up a game. We tripping.
I love that.
We only got 7 more to go. So no, we can't keep doing that.
No, well, how are you gonna watch the game? You gonna put your pajamas on and put a blanket over you? Like how are you gonna watch the
game? Nah, man, just chilling at the crib.
Chilling at the crib.
Yeah, that's it, man. Nothing special for it. I got to keep an eye on the Braves. I gotta see what time they start anyway.
Yeah, do you have 2 screens, or do you have 2 screens up and just go back and forth, or do you just forget about one? And
I got a tablet, laptop, TV. 2 cell phones, whatever. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, like with baseball, since how slow it is, I kind of I kind of just check in and just get the temperature of
the playoffs are faster though, or maybe because it's just interesting now.
I don't know. I didn't watch any baseball during the regular season.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just in general, period. I always felt that way. Like the playoffs are faster, in my
Well,
opinion.
you're probably right because there's less blowouts. There's, it's pitching, so you get through 1, 2, 3 innings a lot faster. So yeah, you might have some validity there. Um,
I can't explain it. It's just my feeling. But
yeah.
yeah, I just really feel like the playoff baseball is faster. It could just be the excitement, so I'm more into it or whatnot though. But
Well, when you
playoff
watch,
baseball is faster.
but when you watch, do you watch silently and just jot down notes, or are you an emphatic like rah rah guy, like when shit goes good or when shit goes bad? Like how are
Just
you?
in general, or
Yeah, just in general. When you're watching the Hawks, like how's your vibe?
oh shit,
Vibe
man.
check.
It depends on what the game is basically though. But I can be amped.
Yeah.
I could be amped. It depends on the game. With
You know, I,
Georgia, that's almost like every weekend though. So it's like college football is like a playoff game every weekend. So every weekend, basically for Georgia, is like standing up.
right.
Amped.
From the group, I would love to watch the game with Jamaal. It seems like he is a roller coaster. Like he just like when it's hot, it's hot. When
Yeah.
it's low, he's
But you
immediately
can't, yeah. But with basketball, then I understand too is a game of runs and stuff like that. You can't really too much be that way because you'll
right.
find your way like that a lot though. But like I said, it depends on the game because like I said, it's 82 games. Baseball, you definitely can't be that way. It's like 160 some games. So with football, it's a little bit more of a you
Yeah.
know
Urgency.
you know what I'm saying because it's only so many games. But in the NFL, you lose one, you're not like out of the playoffs. So you're not quite like that probably every weekend. So like I said, college football is the one that would have you every single weekend,
Yeah.
like yeah,
So
on
are you
10.
like that when you watch UGA these days?
Yeah, man. Then you got Florida, Georgia this weekend too. It's like yeah, and then we actually got championship teams. So every weekend, yeah, it's basically playoff for like at least the first quarter until you're like, oh man, we got this. But yeah,
What do
at
you
least
expect in
the
that game?
first two quarters or whatever. Yeah. Huh?
What do you expect in that game? Are you going to bet on that one?
When
UGA
Georgia
Florida?
Florida? Oh no, man, I don't touch football too much, man. Especially like college football, even though they have stuff like that, but college
Yeah, that
football is
seems.
way too much going on. But
Yeah.
nah, I'm just looking forward to it. Well, not necessarily a good game. Well, a good game for us would be like just
30 to
smash them.
10.
Nah, not even 30-10, but like 54-0. I hope we
That ain't
throttle
going to
Florida.
happen.
What? That's not gonna happen.
Dude, even when we were bad and they were dominant, they didn't beat us like that all the time.
Who? Tech?
Florida, no, Florida and Georgia. Like whenever Florida was like the championship team, like they never beat UGA, like beat the brakes out of them. They have too long of a
No,
rivalry.
no, but at the same time though, like I don't know.
Dude,
It's
it's their
pretty good
biggest game.
defense
They're
though.
gonna get in. Like they have good players there. They're gonna put it together to play against Georgia. It just does.
I mean,
Georgia
yeah,
does the same thing for Florida.
we've been on a bye week. We lost to them last year. We lost to them last year. This defense has literally been balling. This defense total, I think, has given up 46 points. I know we're going into another sport, but 46 points on the season. I think the next team might be Michigan. They gave up like 102
Right.
this season. Like this defense is balling, man. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, and they're definitely proud of it. But yeah, well, I guess that's probably a good. I think we went all the way around Atlanta. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the end?
No, man. It's good.
Any kind of sign off?
Uh,
Just a
nah,
quick impromptu. We had a lot of technical difficulties, so we threw a lot of the stuff behind us and just was like, hey, let's just go talk Hawks. So
yeah, man.
glad everybody joined. I'm glad the people that will be joining on the rebroadcast and looking for it. We are definitely trying to work out how we're going to do live streams because I think that is something moving into the season I would like to do. So we'll once we get our operations on that part done, I think I'd like to do it because I think if I do a little filter over it, I think we can get away with it, and I'll just delete it afterwards, and we'll just all watch the game together. Last time I was having a lot of, I think it was just like everybody was there streaming, using the internet. I'm in a big building, so yeah, it was a little. I was getting a little. It was getting really choppy. I was like, let's just not even deal with it. But we're gonna definitely work it out, and we'll be doing that. I think that I'll be looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm gonna do play by play or if we're just gonna let the announcers do it. And then we just chime in when we want to. So we'll try to do one game a week and see how that goes to get started. So I guess, but with that said, definitely go visit Arc Alien Designs. Go visit Originative Brand, shop.flickwick.com. Get you a hat, get you a shirt. get ready for the for these big matchups we got coming up in October, November 27th. By the way, is the first time we play the Knicks. That's my big day that I've gotten written down. So definitely get your swag by then, and we'll get it rocking and rolling. But other than that, you got any sign offs?
Nah, man. Go Hawks, man. Like you said, shop arcaliendesigns.com. Check me out on Instagram at art_alien, ARCH_alien. Check out a shop and art gallery, the Art Embassy. That's also Instagram at the Art Embassy. Located in Avondale Estates. For all my local people and whatnot, you pull up, check us out.
Excellent.